Welcome to ASMR Chess, the live edition. So, this is a rainy day, and as I was reading the comments on my first 3 videos, I noticed some of you guys asking for a live video where I would do some commentary while I was playing. So I thought I'd give that a go. Sounds kind of fun. And since this is a rainy day, you might even be able to pick up the raindrops hitting my window. I think that it would be a very good opportunity to try that. I don't play online much, so I had to work a little bit to figure out what to do actually. But now I found this site. It's called chess.com, and it looks really cool, I have to say. And the game we're seeing here is apparently an IM, which stands for International Master. So that's almost like a professional chess player. And I think we'll just give it a go. So there's a tab here. It says New Game, and I think this means 5 minutes with a 2-second increment for each move, which sounds quite reasonable. I think I'll just give that a go. Found the game very quickly here. So apparently my rating is 1200, and I'm playing another one that's also 1200. So I guess that's just a generic sort of starting point. She's called Olga Karpunina. Interesting name. Now the game was aborted by the server, I guess because she didn't play. We'll just go for a new one against the same person. Really? So it just restarted the same game. This is a bit odd, isn't it? She still isn't playing. No, I'll abort this. I'll say new, and then give me somebody else. It says here that she has challenged me, but I don't want to play her. She doesn't move. That's no fun at all. So, while I can appreciate the relaxing qualities of inactivity, I do think that moving the pieces is a crucial part of chess. So now I am playing somebody that actually does move. Alright, 1216, and I think I will play this move here. This move signals what is known as the Queen's Gambit, and I am aware that he just took my pawn, but I would be able to take it back right away, and if he tried to defend it, I would have some very nasty surprises for him. I hope to someday be able to show you that. Alright, so this is sensible development. Notice that we try to get all of our pieces in play before we attack. Now I castle my king to safety. So this all looks fairly standard. That's a very bad move. I think he forgot that his bishop was no longer pinning my knight to my king. Alright, in this position he attacks my knight. I will simply defend it with my queen like this, so that if he captures, he will have one less piece in play when I capture, and I will still have a piece on this square, although it will be a different one. So now this bishop is a bit passive. It is blocked in by my pawn chain, but I can quite quickly do something about that, like so. When he captures here, I think I have a very, very good position. I would like to play this pawn forward, but then this pawn wouldn't only be protected once and attacked twice. So I think I will go here in order to put my bishop on this diagonal, so both my bishops will look at his king. And I think that the fact that he gave up his bishop will be a very big problem for him. So let's see on the clock. We're about equal. It's about 4 minutes. Spinach. So I'll put my bishop here, and he's probably going to push to the square to kick this bishop away. And I'll probably post it on a2, or perhaps e2. Oh, he didn't. Alright, so I'm good. Ready to push these pawns. I'm threatening a fork here, which would be pretty terrible for him to face, because he can't defend both. And also I'm opening the game up. This move is also kind of a threat, because I have more pieces and they are doing more than his pieces. So I think I have 3 advantages at this point. I have center control, I have a material advantage, and also my position of the pieces that we have in play is better. I'd say that I have better development, is what we could say in chess terms. So when you have better development, you're supposed to open up the center. That's sort of a thumb rule. He is threatening this square right here, but it is protected by the knight. But if I do open the game up, his rooks will come into play. I can also just push here, which would leave this pawn a little vulnerable, but and also this bishop would have a hard time coming into play. So I think I will push here in order to open up this bishop, and at some point also this bishop. And I'm not too afraid of the attack over here, because I have my knight defending my king. So we're doing pretty good on time as well. 3 minutes each, and we do get 2 seconds for each move we make. And alright, he captured my pawn, so that was to be expected. Perhaps I should recapture with the bishop in order to, because if I don't, if I capture with the pawn will be blocking my bishop, and I'd like to have my pawn attacking this sensitive spot in his king's position. So one of my next goals will be to develop a rook, I think, and on d1 it will be X-ray attacking his queen. Oh, yes, so that's a quite good idea. What he wants to do is utilize the attacking power of his pieces in order to checkmate me here. But I can now temporarily actually move this knight because it blocked the attack here. So he can capture with the queen, she will just fall. And so he captured with the knight. The rook was also a possibility, but he would then also lose a rook. And I think I will open up my king a little bit, which is a bit risky. That there's now a possible check over here, but it is not something that I consider too critical. Alright, and now I will put my queen right here, forgetting about the rook to d1 plan for a moment. I just want to see if I can kick this knight away, and then perhaps I will play rook to d1. So, if you remember the tactic from my Chess in a Smoky Cafe video, he's actually set up to, well, he didn't do that, but he was set up to do something similar, but I had enough pieces defending me. Alright, so at this point I perhaps can kick his queen a little bit, getting dangerously close to his king here. So, alright, he goes there, and he's running out of squares pretty soon, I think. So I will kick the knight first. This is what Jerry the Chestnut would call a get out of my house kind of move. Well, so I'm down to 1 minute and 19 seconds, and my opponent has little time advantage. It's not something that I consider too critical. I'm attacking his queen now, and I think I will try to post my bishop perhaps on this square or something. So I'm trying to make his queen run out of squares. That's alright. He went there, so I'll just go back for a second. And alright, he did that. I'm not too concerned by that. I'll just go back, see if I can have some time to take a sip of my coffee. Damn good coffee. Alright, so that was more or less a meaningless move. I think I'll post my rook here, so they will be attacking his backwards pawn. So in principle I could capture the knight, which is the only defender. When the rook recaptures, I will capture his pawn right here. That's I think that's a pretty good idea. Also, I could consider actually sacrificing this pawn by just moving it forward, because he can't take it with the queen. That's the point. Oh, well, that's just hangs this pawn, I think. Oh yeah, of course. I think this is a bit desperate for him. So he regained the material, but I will push this pawn, and it will be like a bone in his throat. So I have to take that in order to fulfill my plan. And so I go here, and I'm still bishop up, and he has some serious problems with his development, and the king's safety is being compromised now, I think. He's also running quite short of time, and I'm taking some pawns here, so now I just need to put my queen here and it will be checkmate. I don't think I will actually do it. She's... what's happening? Alright, so that was check. I'll just move out of the way. He's down to 10 seconds. Oh, so he's... I think so I'll go here in order to protect the rook. And I don't know, I think he was hoping for some tricks there, but the position is terrible. He's losing on time. So that was a game, and apparently I won 167 rating points. That is extreme. That's, I think, like professionally rated players, when they beat somebody with that have a similar rating to them, I think they're perhaps getting 5 points or something. But I know, but this is actually, it's because I am new on this site, so the K factor on the ELO algorithm that calculates my rating is the K factor is very high, which means that I will gain a tremendous amount of points or lose a tremendous amount of points each time I win or lose a game. And this is because they have no way of knowing my actual strength, so they just give me like 1200, and then after I've played maybe 10 or 20 games, they can see where on the spectrum of chess strength that I lie, and then the K factor will drop to a more normal place, so that I maybe will gain 5 to 10 points by winning against someone rated about my own strength. So I'll just ask for a new one. Chase not work. That's hilarious. Because like one of the best YouTubers, the guy I mentioned earlier, who said that this is the... I'm sorry, I just had to think a little bit there. So the opening here is the I'm playing the Sicilian defense, and he's playing a Smith-Morra or Morra-Smith gambit variation. I think I'll play this move for a spell, because he's giving up a pawn in order to get his pieces and play very fast, and it could get it could get a bit nasty, because he has so many more pieces than I have in play. Well, so back to his name, which I find absolutely hysterical, is the YouTuber I mentioned before, who talked about the get out of my house kind of move, who is like one of the best chess commentators on YouTube, although he's not doing it in ASMR style. He's called Chess Network, and he is, my guess is, an idol of this guy. But he calls himself Chess Network because he's, well, apparently not as strong. Alright, so this is a strong move. He's threatening for the knight to come here. I have to block that, and now I kind of have to pay a little bit of attention, because as you can see, he has his pieces are controlling the center. Always the center. Always the center. A bit more than mine is. But if I manage to survive this, I will be quite happy. So I gave up my pawn, and also I gave up the advantage of the two bishops. But I think the position is still playable, although you could argue I made a slight mistake there. Alright, so I'll put my queen over here in order to develop her. I'll then try to get this bishop into the game by means of b6 and get the bishop out here or perhaps here. Alright. Alright, so that's a little interesting. I could go here. I think I will go here. So he's really after me. He doesn't want to allow me to fulfill my plan of but I'll capture here now. So he has probably to capture the h-pawn, but he didn't capture it like this. Alright, I think that was a slight mistake on his part, because he had the two bishops and I only had one bishop, and even though I had a knight for the bishop, there is a concept to having the two bishops, which is that when you have both bishops, you can in principle attack all the squares, but if you haven't got like a dark squared bishop, then you have one less piece to attack the dark squares, because the light squared bishop can never attack the the dark squares. So I think I'm winning a pawn here, and I think my position is really excellent now. So he's of course threatening some crude tactics down here. I think it's quite easily defended like this, and you see actually already why the dark square bishop could be very good for him, because these squares that I have weakened, the dark squares around my king, could be attacked by a dark squared bishop, but when he hasn't got one, he only has a light square bishop. He has he's biting on concrete now with these pawns. Alright, so now he's threatening this pawn here, and I think I'll just defend that. Oh, so he's also threatening this rook. So that's that could be a real problem actually. I have to do a little bit of thinking here. Of course I could consider allowing him to capture here, because my queen does defend like the rest of the position. He doesn't have any further tactics, I think. So if he captures like here, if I move my bishop out here for instance, and he captures here, and I go here, he has no more checks. So it wouldn't be so beautiful for me, but at least I wouldn't be losing. So the pawn I would be giving up is also one pawn that I am ahead in the material count. So now I'm threatening to pick up his bishop with a queen check, and when his king's move, oh well, yeah, he could defend like this, and it was also defend the bishop. Also, perhaps I can consider. Alright, so we're just going into an endgame like this, where he wants to utilize the weakness of this pawn, but I claim that it may not be a weakness, but instead actually be an asset because there's no pawns blocking it, so it may become a queen someday. And so I think I will try to actually just see if I can. That was stupid of me. I allowed that. I wanted to trade off the rooks, but that was kind of stupid. All right, so he is really piling up the attack here. So I hope that I can get this pawn on a dark square so that it can never be attacked by this bishop. And of course I couldn't capture the bishop there because he would capture my rook with his rook is here when the pawn was gone. And I'm down half a minute on the clock, and perhaps I should try to trade off this bishop thing. I'm not sure if that's like the best thing to do. Alright, so this is like this decision here is a little bit how to say controversial, because now the roles actually changed. Now he has to defend his pawn, and he just didn't. Why didn't he do that? So now I'm threatening his rook, and I think he had to defend his pawn, and then I would be pushing my pawn, and it would be the asset that I talked about. All right, so he throws a check. I'll just go here, and then I think I'll try to put my rook down here. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that because I needed to defend here. So, alright, I think I'll just see if I can get rid of the. Now I have a new pawn out here that's passed. Is the term, and also this this rook right here is kind of free to move because this isn't doing anything now. So I have this rook which is defending here together with my king, which is enough. And so how to proceed from this position? I could go here in order to try to push this pawn, and alright, so he doesn't want to allow that. That does make some sense, I must admit. So I'll just throw this check real quick, and then perhaps I can get my rook into the game like this. I really would like to get the rooks off the board, because then these pawns would win easily. So I'm getting one rook off now, and that's quite nice. So I throw the check, and I think I'll try to push this rook away. And my rook here is very nice, it protects both the pawns. So I think I'll just try to get this into the game a bit more. So I'm trying to use the principle of two weaknesses. That principle basically means that you can defend against one threat in one move, but it's kind of hard to defend against two threats in one move. So now I'm trying to push his rook away again with my king. Also, remember always that the king in the endgame is an attacking piece. So if I could just get these two rooks off, I will gladly sacrifice this pawn if his king would be over here, because I would then could then easily go over here, capture these pawns, and win with. Also, that was check. I'll just go here, it's no problem. And I'm threading a check here now. So he wouldn't allow that, of course. So I'm going here in order to push this pawn, or maybe take these. So I'm just throw this check. So he has to go here or capture. If he captures, I win easily. So I go here, and I think that his position is not so good right now. So I might go here in order to protect both pawns, and then I'll just capture here. And yeah, he did this, so now he's losing very fast. So I go here, and he's going to go there, and I'll go here, and he can't stop the queen. So now I'm getting queen, and I'm winning this game. So I go here, and I've set it to auto promote, so it automatically chooses a queen. I could have chosen different piece, but I always want a queen, almost always. So now I just have to catch him, and so I think actually if I go here, I've checkmate in one move, because yeah, and I'll go here. Oh, that's not checkmate. I'll go there, and I'll go here. This is a bit. I'm playing a bit stupid here. Because I'm afraid to stalemate him. That would be stalemate. Actually, I have to move my queen now. Also, I'm running quite short of time. So, I'll just get in like this. And he'll come here. I'll throw this check. He'll come there. Oh, I think I'll try to capture this pawn here. So I'm really embarrassed by this. I'm getting a bit stressed out because I'm running short of time in this way. So now I'm stalemating him again if I don't move the queen. So I can go here, and I can then push this pawn, check, and get this out of the way, like this. So there is actually a pretty neat checkmate here, but I'm doing it the easy way because it simply would be too embarrassing if I accidentally got a draw from this position. So I got 144 points doing that, and I'm really sorry that my checkmate technique was so terrible in the end. But I think I was a bit too concerned that if I tried to do it like the correct way, I would use too much time, and I was down to like 9 seconds, so I just did it the stupid but secure way. We perhaps can take like a small look at this game. This opponent was very good, I think. So we had a Smith-Morra gambit where he gave up a pawn in order to accelerate his development, and this pawn was a problem for me. He had too much control of the center. I should have tried tried to get it into play earlier, I think, because it ended up. See, he's honing in on the weakness of this soft square right there. So he's really all these pieces. Oh, what happened there? All these pieces are coordinating on that. So, what? I think it. Oh, I think this my illegal move overrode the annotation. So I guess we can't get any further. Well, thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you got some relaxation or something out of it, and I'll see you in the next video.